somebody's been breaking into my house. The thing is, I have a smart meter that can tell when somebody's actually been breaking into the property through my electronic usage. Now, I've actually reported something like this to my landlords before, where £400 worth of my electric was used. Okay, so let me walk you back through it, all right? January 2024, my mum passed away, and I was in London for a month. And whilst I was in London for a month, £400 worth of my electric was being used. I called Utilita to find out how £400 worth of my electric was being used. So I spoke to the landlords about it. I said, the next time it happens, I'm going to call the police. They brought an electrician down here. The electrician came down, saw that some of the circuitry was loose, and determined that £400 worth of electric was down to a tripped circuit. So it makes me think that somebody's lying, because there's no way that a tripped circuit is going to cause £400 worth of electric to be used at one time, and it was over several days. So that was the first incident of people breaking into my house and using my electric. The second incident that I'm reporting came from this year. Another loved one of mine had passed away on the 3rd of December, so I had to get down to London on Wednesday for the funeral, right? I had to get down to London on Wednesday. The funeral was on Friday. Now, whilst I was at London once again for the week, electricity of mine was being used from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and even up to Tuesday when I returned home. Okay. Now, I saw that my heater was on, so there is a possibility that I left my heater on. But the thing is, the electric usage was steadily rising, which means somebody's actually been in here and used the electric, and it's a possibility that they also left the electric heater on. And the reason why I know this is because, there's no way that I'm gonna leave my house and my electric is just gonna magically turn on when I'm not there. So what I believe has happened is that somebody has given the people breaking in a ghost key to break into my property. Now, personally, I believe it may have been my landlords giving my neighbors a key to break into my property. Of course, I can't prove this, but what I can prove is that every time I leave my flat to stay for a week or a month with my family, suddenly my electricity is being used. That's what I can prove, because the smart meter is telling me so. And I'm not prepared to accept another lie that it's just a trip circuit. I want this investigated. This is ridiculous. At the very least, my neighbours should be questioned and my landlord should be questioned, because there's no way this should be happening twice in the space of 2 years.
Have you told the landlords about this?
I've told the landlords about this before. Like I said, last year, it was swept under the rug under a lie that it was a trip circuit. And now, I've talked to the landlords and I've said that I'm going to call the police on this matter, and they have not gotten back to me. When I say I'm going to do...
You told them about this most recent one?
Yeah, I told them about it. I said I was going to call you.
Okay. Why would your landlord or your neighbour want to be in your property?
Well, I've talked about gang stalking before to police. And even though my claims of gang stalking was put down to paranoid schizophrenia, quite frankly, it's not going to deter me from speaking the truth. I'm under a particular case where I'm being basically isolated and abused and all kinds of different things. It's like a prolonged, lifelong harassment campaign, and I'm not going to go into detail, but part of that harassment involves the vandalizing or the breaking and entering of my property. So that's part of the multitude of crimes that are committed against you as somebody who is a case, as somebody who is a chosen case of gang stalking. Like somebody like me would be known as a targeted individual, and that's why I believe this is happening. And it's
And this
you when
gang
it
stalking through was put down to, did you say through paranoid schizophrenia?
no, the police said it was down to paranoid schizophrenia,
Do
because
you have that?
huh no
Do you have, no.
no,
Okay.
that this is the thing. If people want to cover up crimes or cover up things that they're not supposed to be doing, then they will use the paranoid schizophrenia argument. If it's a community wide violation like this, then the paranoid schizophrenia line will be used in order to affect admissibility of evidence. That's why they put the paranoid schizophrenia diagnosis there. It's not real. There are
But
some
the police
people.
can't diagnose you with paranoid schizophrenia.
No, they can't diagnose me with that. I mean, the doctors diagnosed me with that, but the thing is, I have medical records that prove my side and not theirs. I have medical records that prove that I was a victim of gang stalking. I have evidence that prove that I'm a victim of gang stalking. Unless they've got paranoid schizophrenia too, the evidence is there and I'm not lying.
Okay. And so going back to this heater issue, is there a chance that you have left your heater on?
Oh, yeah, definitely. But this is the thing. My electronic usage has steadily been going up every day since I've been at my father's house for the week. It steadily went up and up and up to the point where I came home and my house was warm. It was warmer when I came home than my home is right now. So that means my electricity is being used.
And have you got your own electrician in to check this?
No, 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 I can't afford that. They know I can't afford that. I could do that.
Yeah, I mean, it might be something worth looking into because if it's then independent and you've chosen who it is that looks at them, they don't have any reason to lie to you about the outcome.
Actually, that's not true at all because a lot of people in my position have been intercepted. And, and when it comes to them trying to seek independent expertise, they're usually paid off, bribed, or blackmailed into lying that there's nothing going on. It's happening.
Okay.
It's a community thing. It's a widespread thing.
Okay. I think in the first instance you need to engage with your landlord and get a response from them about it because we're not taking this any further. If you're not willing to take those actions that I've suggested, then
I can take
there's
those
not very much
actions.
we can
It's
do
it's not
about
it's
it.
not an issue. I just have to find out how much it costs me.
Okay. Yeah, I would recommend getting an independent, someone of your choosing anyway, in to look at it. If they then um, believe that this is the case, then come back to us. I've got a reference number for you. You able to take that at all?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Let me know when you're ready. That is,
Should I send you an image of the smart meter usage?
at the moment, that's going to mean a lot more to the electrician than it will do us.
Well,
So keep it for the
the
electrician.
thing
'Cause
is,
all I would be looking at is how much your electric bill is, which doesn't
it's
mean or prove
it's
anything
not
at the
about the
moment.
electric bill. It's about the fact that if I get an electrician in and he says there's that nobody's been using it, and yet my smart meter tells me that somebody's been using it, it can lead to it can point out a discrepancy between what that electrician is saying and what the image is showing you.
Yeah. Okay. Keep the image in that case then until you've spoken to the electrician. And who installed your smart meter?
Utilita.
Sorry?
Utilita.
Okay, I would contact them as well if you haven't already,
Okay.
just to cover all bases.
Mhm.
So your reference number is 310,
Mhm.
and then today's date, the 23rd of January.
Okie dokie.
And yeah, obviously see what they say and then let us know the outcome of that, alright?
Okay. Thank you.
No worries, take care.
All right. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. So what they've basically asked me is more than fair, right? Now, I explained to them the reason why I didn't want to get independent people in, but for them to ask me for an independent electrician's approval, one that I've hired, for them to ask for an independent electrician, one that I've hired and not my landlord's, that's more than fair. Okay? That's more than fair. That's the best they can do right now. Even if the police are involved in gang stalking, which they are, um, it's more than fair to ask me to provide an independent electrician. So I've got to save up the money for that. I don't like my chances, but I've got to get somebody in for like at least an hour to check out whether or not somebody's used my electric. And I believe the reason why they won't look at the evidence, they won't look at the smart meter usage, is because they know that everything that I'm saying is fact. And the thing is, like I said to the advisor on the phone, if I can prove, you know, because this is my usage, look, this is my usage. This is my usage. It's been steadily going up. It's steadily going up like that. I was at my dad's in London when this electric was going up. So my thing is this: if I get an independent electrician that says, well, no electricity's been used, and yet this thing right here shows that it has been used, I can call bollocks on that. I can call bollocks on that. And if the police chooses to take the word of the independent electrician rather than literal utiliter, then yeah, I can call bollocks still. Do you understand what I mean? So yeah, I knew this was gonna happen, but like again, asking me to get an independent electrician in to like have a look at this, more than fair. That's it. But yeah, I'm gonna call Utilita now, and we're gonna go from there. So take care. Thanks for joining me. Peace and blessings, fellow TIs. Bye bye, my darlings.